Hey everybody,
We're back.
we're back. This time we're inside the camper because Hayden cleaned it up today and it looks really pretty. So everybody,
We're
give
gonna
her a
do
little
a
round of applause.
camper tour at the end of this video.
We will.
So, right now we're in Moab. So we've been in Moab for almost 5 days now. We leave tomorrow to go to Colorado. So, forgive us if we forget points about Lake Powell.
Yeah, it's been
because it has been just a little bit of time. So, let's see. Lake Powell. Let me recoup my memory. So the campground we stayed in was in a national park. Beautiful campground.
Really pretty.
It was really nice. So we had full hookups. When we got there was a tent set up in like our picnic area, but it was fine.
Yeah, the lots here were pretty close, and it was a little bit of a switch up coming from Grand Canyon because the lots at Grand Canyon there was like 10 yards or 15 yards between each one. These were very compact, but there was still plenty of room.
Yeah, we even worried about our slides when it came out, if it was going to touch the other slides. And so it was very compact, but it was nice. It was actually really nice. We enjoyed it thoroughly. We also could see Lake Powell from outside of our camper, so it was a very pretty view.
Yeah, our camper was actually split. Our campground, rather, was split on the border of Utah and Arizona. So we stayed in Arizona. Anytime we were going to the lake, we'd cross the border to go up into Utah. So that was really fun. The first day we were there, what did we do the first day? First day was a chill day.
Yeah, we relaxed.
Yeah, first day was a relaxing, chill day. We kind of set up the campground. We got used to setting up the shower actually on a concrete platform instead of a gravel. So we ended up like zip tying rocks to it to keep it stable, but it worked out pretty well.
It did.
Hey guys, welcome to Lake Powell, Page, Arizona, our next stop on our journey. We had a great time here. I've got some drone video going just showing you the setup that we had. We were fairly close to the lake. It was a great view of the lake. The lake itself is absolutely beautiful. Blue water set against the rock canyons. It was pretty dramatic. We had a great time. I rented a boat for a couple of days. I was told that was really the best way to see Lake Powell, and we ended up covering about an eighth of it. It's huge. It's 254 square miles, and it's 550 feet deep. So obviously we did not cover all of it, but we did cover a portion of it, and the portion that we were able to cover, we had a great time. Opportunity to get in the water, pull up on a bank. The guys will tell you a little bit more about that in the next part of this video, so enjoy.
Wildlife. Didn't see a whole lot of wildlife. There were chipmunks apparently there. I did not witness them personally, but I believe you did.
I might have seen it. I don't recall if I saw a
I
chipmunk.
think my dad saw a chipmunk.
If I did, it was not a very memorable chipmunk, but I may have seen one.
Ravens.
A lot of ravens.
Love ravens now.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Everywhere. They're freaking massive birds.
Yeah.
Apparently as smart as a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
So don't mess with the ravens.
Don't mess with them.
The town outside of the national park was the first time that we have seen a Walmart, a Taco Bell, Wendy's, McDonald's, literally just everything you're used to having.
Very normal town. It's it was called Page, Arizona. Was the town that we stayed right outside of. So they had hardware stores, which is a refresher after coming from Grand Canyon, where you literally have nothing.
You have to go into the Grand Canyon and go to their market, which is highly overpriced. Yeah. And so we were happy to get back to a Walmart. Yeah,
we were. So the second day we were there, we rented a boat. We rented one boat, and then Mitch went to kind of get everything secured on it. He got all his insurance, everything like that, stored everything in the boat. We came back a few hours later to pick up the boat and actually go out, and somebody had taken our boat. So they ended up giving us another boat that was exactly the same. These things were beat to hell and back. We're pretty roughed up. So far, so much so that we asked, do y'all have an anchor in case we want to get out and swim or anything? And they said, no, just run it up on the bank.
So, literally ram the canyon wall and
it's
stick
rock.
the boat to
It's
it.
mostly rock.
didn't give us gas cap. There was no gas cap.
We didn't find that out until the next day, actually. We drove a whole
Yeah.
day without a gas cap and never noticed.
Yeah.
So that could have gone really bad.
But it didn't.
But the first day, Mitch captained the boat. We went into a smaller canyon. I don't remember the name of it, but it was probably about 3 miles deep, and it was a really popular kayaking canyon. It's really narrow, so it was a no-wake zone. We probably passed 35 kayakers coming back and forth. We ended up finding a little crevice that we could pull up into, and me and Hayden got up and went and explored this little cave. We were kind of scared to go into it, so we just explored the outside. But
Went a little as far as we could go without getting claustrophobic.
yeah, I got claustrophobic pretty quick. So, but it was cool. We carved our name into it, and then we also carved some creepy messages around the cave. The sandstone there is super brittle, so you can carve into it with a rock. So me and Hayden carved some freaky messages to scare anybody that went into the cave, just because why not?
After noticing and actually getting out of the boat and getting to explore the rocks and stuff a little bit more, we definitely got an understanding, especially writing and engraving stuff into the sand wall. It was super easy. So now we understand how these canyons were formed by being weathered away from wind with flash flooding, that kind of thing. It's actually really easy. You can just kind of scratch down the side and it will break apart.
It's not so unbelievable once you start messing with it. So the next day was July the 4th, which is my favorite holiday by far. I was sad.
We got all decked out.
Yeah, we got all decked out. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, it's my favorite holiday, so I kind of was sad that I wasn't able to be with my family, but we definitely made it up. Hayden made it up to me. We had a really good day. This day, I got to pilot the boat. I got to captain, and it was a lot windier. The wind speeds were sustaining winds of 25 miles an hour with gusts of up to 35 miles an hour. So it was choppy, but it was a lot of fun. I hadn't driven a boat in a while, so it was fun to do that. We ended up going to, we figured out there wasn't a gas cap, so we found the gas cap that kind of fit, and then put a bunch of plastic and tape around it and just beat it down in there. And that held for the whole time. So we went to a bigger canyon this day. I forgot to talk about the oasis that we found. The little oasis type place.
Yeah, we found some rocks.
Yeah, we found a really cool little, what do you call it? Pool, like a pool off the side of the lake the first day. Really cool, really cool. I ended up climbing up the rocks and stuff like that while Hayden just kind of relaxed. Everybody relaxed and swam in the pool. Anyway, back to July the 4th. I piloted the boat. We went to a much bigger canyon this day. That was really cool. There was no wake limit, so you could just go as fast as you wanted to. And it was like 15 miles deep. Parked the boat, got out. Hayden blew up her little float, and she floated around for a little while.
It was a massive float.
Really big float, yeah.
It was the size of our boat.
Yeah, Hayden got a nice float. I got the $7.99 special, so mine was not as nice, but I floated around a little bit too.
This is Eli's $7 float special, and this is one of the coves that we went into the second day to try to get some protection from the wind. That's not our boat. That is our boat. Again, a little drone videography, and you can see some of our group in the water there. I think Mary and Hayden are going to give a wave.
On the way out on July the 4th, we found a boat that had wrecked into a rock bank. The wind was super strong, so
Big boat.
Yeah, really big boat. Like a center console had wrecked onto this rock bank. It was barely above water. It was probably half submerged, half above water.
And it was pulling a tube as well, so we were thinking that definitely when they hit the rock bank, they had people on the back that they were pulling.
On the inner tube, which hopefully everybody was okay. Ended up there was nobody there. I called 911 and they said, "Do you see a white buoy? We think we know which one you're talking about."
They had already marked it off.
Yeah, and they had already marked it with a white buoy. So everybody, I don't know if everybody was safe, but they never gave us an answer. So hopefully they were.
It's a little update on the accident. Eli did find a video about this accident, and it looked like that everyone on board was probably okay. thank goodness. It did occur on July 4th, on that day that we were out there that was so windy.
Next, that night, Hayden can tell us a little bit about what we did when we got home on July the 4th.
Yeah, we got home, obviously July the 4th, so definitely we're making ourselves some little mimosas and drinking some beer here and there. It was a fun day. My mom had prepared a large
Boston
butt
Very
that
delicious.
she had been slow cooking in a crock pot for 2 days. And so we had Boston butt, we had pasta salad, we had my grandmother's recipe banana pudding. It was delicious.
It was very good. Really good 4th of July meal.
I cannot remember what else we had.
I can't. Oh, we had corn. I cooked some corn. Hayden boiled it, and then I cooked it on the grill outside. It was really good.
But we set up our whole table outside, put all of our food and everything. Then we kind of gathered around, started eating our 4th of July meal, and we were approached by this some sort of redneck drunk dude.
Yeah. He was your typical redneck drunk dude with fireworks at a trailer park.
Yeah. He walked up to our campground and asked where our kids were, and which would have been creepier if he wasn't holding fireworks, as Eli said.
A lot creepier.
But we were the kids compared to Mitch and Mary, so we ended up sitting there and lighting Roman candles in the park with this guy, and it was really fun. And we saw a massive fireworks show right over our camper. So we really didn't have to go. There was a fireworks show on the golf course because everything's so dry. The golf course is the only place where they could shoot fireworks, and so they had a massive show out there that pretty much everyone in our campground had left to go see at like 5 o'clock.
Yeah. And we didn't even notice all the people. There was a lot of people. There was on the bank of the lake. It went down at the top of the bank. There were a bunch of benches set up on the side of this parking lot, and we walked up just to look at the moon. We forgot about the whole fireworks show. The moon was just beautiful, so we were going to go try to catch it.
The moon was bright orange from all the dust that had been popped up, so we went and chased the moon to go sit and look, and that was probably at about like 10 o'clock at night.
Probably 10 o'clock,
and at 10 o'clock, the fireworks started going overhead.
Yeah.
And so we also got to watch the golf course fireworks.
And it was cool because we saw them from about 3 miles away, which I've never really seen fireworks from that far away. And it's cool to be able to just look at them without being right under them, you know what I mean? And getting to really enjoy them.
They were really big show that they put on. So
a lot of fireworks.
It was nice. Firework dude, he came back again. Brought us some more Roman candles, so we got to do that. So he got yelled at, by the...
Well, I guess we all got yelled at, technically.
It wasn't my fault.
A guy came out from his trailer, one of those kind of guys that walks like this, you know what I'm talking about, came out of his trailer and went, "Hey man, why don't you shoot those fireworks over your own trailer?" And the drunk guy just looked at him and was kind of like, that is my trailer. I am shooting them over my trailer. Yeah. He was like, "Yeah man, you're going to burn a hole in my roof." Next day was really cool. And we'll talk about that. That's when we were leaving. But before we left, we ended up going on a tour of Antelope Canyon.
It was the only time slot that we could get for this tour was the day that we were leaving. So we had to wake up early in the morning. They had us there at like 8:30. And so we went to the place. We got on these open bed trucks that had benches in the back. We were together. Our group was me, my mom, dad, and Eli, and then there's another group of family from China and a family from Belgium.
Yeah, which is very common, by the way.
Everywhere.
Lot of foreigners.
Russians,
everywhere.
Germans,
Japanese, Koreans, Chinese, Australian.
Much more foreigners than we have
British.
Americans.
Yeah,
and
way
so,
more.
Which you got to give them to it.
Yeah.
Getting out here, seeing our sights.
Yeah.
It's noble.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots of foreigners. They don't really understand the whole picture rotation of things, and so it's really hard to just everyone kind of get the same amount of pictures or same amount of time in one place, because people are just kind of running in front of you and doing whatever.
But we didn't have that problem in Antelope Canyon because
Cindy,
our guide Cindy, was really awesome. She she took a liking to us right off the bat. Her and Mary were talking before we even left.
Her and Mary became friends.
Throughout the canyon you walk, and we'll put pictures in right here. So throughout the canyon you walk, and she tells you what to set your phone camera on to capture these shots that your eyes can't see. There's certain angles the light hits, and there's certain exposure rates and filters that you can turn on to capture the light.
She was awesome.
Really, really cool. She was she told us a lot of history. She was Navajo, obviously. It's on Navajo land.
A reservation, and so this is the only way that you can go is through the Navajo. There's another company that this girl claims she found the cave. She's allowed rights to take people to, but it's mainly just for Navajo. And the cave, Antelope Canyon, used to be a sacred place until basically we started touring it.
Yeah, and now it's not so sacred.
Yeah, so now it's dead to them.
Really cool, very indescribable. Y'all just have to look at the pictures that we put in to really understand it. But
one of the coolest places.
Really cool. So anyway, we left Antelope Canyon.
Packed all our stuff up.
Yeah, packed all our stuff up, and then we left and headed towards Moab, which was a little 4.5 hour drive, something like that. Which we're here now, and we'll fill you in. Moab. Yeah, we love it. So it's gonna be a good video on the next one. A lot of cool stories. One very interesting one. So I'll put that little teaser in. But until then,
camper tour.
Camper tour. Yeah, stay tuned for a camper tour. But until then, till next week.
We'll see you in Mesa Verde.
We'll see you there. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Ah, didn't see you there. How's it going? Welcome to our humble abode. Here we've got the kitchen. Right here we have a propane stove, which we have yet to use. We normally use Mitch and Mary's camper. Right here we've kind of got our little keys, sunglasses holders, everything like that, just some command strip hooks. Nice decorative plant. Here we've got a window with tinfoil covering it, which is very important because the sun here is ruthless. So we've had to cover the windows with tinfoil to keep it cool down in here. Here we've got our sink with our little caddy, soap, which doesn't move, stays there always. Cutting board, rags, you know, the usual. Underneath here we've got Hayden's clothes plus some shoes and whatnot. We've got a little bit of, junk drawer, rag storage, forks, knives, cutlery, that kind of stuff. Cleaning supplies we keep under here. Here we've got our microwave that also has convection on it, which is very nice for anything you'd like to toast up. Here we've got our little fridge, which you cannot fit a lot, but it has started to get pretty cold. Right here, you've got my clothes in here, and then you've got our pantry, which Hayden has so neatly organized. Next, if you'll follow us into our living room, if you can call it that, we've got our couch here. We've got my table that I custom built. Let me turn that air conditioner off. Sorry, that's a little loud there. Got my table that I built here. Nice little plant. We got overhead storage for multiple things. Over here we've got a little shoe hanger, which we keep a lot of just stuff in, gloves, hats, shoes, scarves, everything like that. And then we've got our swivel out television, which can go anywhere in the camper. Very nice. And then you've got the bed here, which I will not sit on because Hayden will kill me because she took a long time to make this. We've had to start sleeping this way. It's originally meant to be slept this way. But, yeah, we've had to start sleeping this way. We put another cushion here, and then we put a couple boxes here and a pillow to be able to support our feet. I was a little too long to lay that way, but this way is a lot better. We've got our pop-out cup holders over here, remote control holders, and the like. Right here we've got our whiteboard. This is very important. This is how we keep up with everything that we're doing. Keep up with where we are, where we're going next. We've got our magnets that we've collected so far from every location we've been. A lot of fun. Here we've got just a little closet with our clothes and whatnot. This is our stereo hookup. Very nice. Next, we've got the bathroom, which here we've both got our Full bags is the brand name. This is my toiletry bag. This is Hayden's toiletry bag. We keep all our stuff in here. Next, you got your wet bathroom in here. It's very, very close quarters. That's why we shower outside. I'm way too big to fit in there. These are the boxes we use for the bed, at the foot of the bed. And just to give you a size reference, I'll go ahead and step in here just so you can see that I do not have very much room to turn around. So we try to keep this a number 1 only toilet because number 2s are not fun to drain. But I believe that is about it. So thank you for taking a wonderful tour with us of our magnificent, tiny little rolling home. Hope you have a great day and come see us next week.